Today I'd like to talk about the subject of accounting. Accounting, as you probably know, deals with counting things, in particular, more formally, recording, classifying, and summarizing business and financial transactions. We study accounting as part of engineering economics, or as engineers, for two reasons. One is that when we make engineering decisions on the basis of economic principles, we're always predicting the future. We're predicting what the performance will be for an asset that perhaps we're going to purchase. But it's important to verify that, in fact, our predicted performance is the same as our actual performance in order to make better predictions next time when we have to predict savings and costs for something we're going to buy. So it's important to be able to measure that performance. Secondly, whenever we make our engineering decisions, we have other influences on that decision, one of which is the financial aspects of the company and how they influence our decisions. It's important to understand then what the company is doing in financial terms and how that can impact our decision making. Now, accounting does split into two different broad categories, depending on which of these questions we're focusing on. If we're looking at measuring performance of assets, that's really what's called cost accounting. Understanding the financial influences on engineering decision-making is what's called financial accounting. Cost accounting is a very interesting area, but it's also very complicated, and it's really beyond the scope of this course to deal with it. But in a lecture or two, we can deal with financial accounting enough to get an idea of how the finances of a company can influence our engineering decision-making. So that's what we're going to be focusing on in this course. In financial accounting, we are recording company business, and we do this in a complicated way with a set of books. And we record every transaction, what we purchase, what we buy and what we sell, salaries and things like that. But every once in a while, we summarize all this information, all these transactions, into two documents. And these become the two basic summary documents of financial accounting: the balance sheet and the income statement. Now, there are two different documents here because these retain two different kinds of processes. The balance sheet is a snapshot of the financial status of the company. What it is like at one particular point in time, what the company has in the way of assets, what the company owes in the way of loans, and so forth. So it's at one point in time. The income statement, on the other hand, expresses the change in position over the company over a period of time. How much came in over, for example, a month, and how much went out in terms of dollars. And you need both these to present the status of the company. In physical processes in general, there are very often two components to the process that can be measured. These are called through and across variables. For example, in a piping system, if we want to measure what's happening in that piping system, we can measure pressure, which is something that occurs at a single point in time. It may change over time, but when you measure it, it's at one point in time. And flow, which is measured over a period of time. You say liters per minute, or liters per hour, or gallons per minute. And that per minute is over a period of time. In an electrical circuit, for example, you also have the through and across variables. Cross variable in the piping situation is the pressure, and the through variable is the flow. In an electrical circuit, the cross variable is voltage. You measure at a particular point in time. The through variable is current. Amperes, for example, the measure of current is really coulombs per second. Again, it's a per second, it's a per period of time. Similarly, the balance sheet and income statements are through and across variables. The balance sheet's an across variable. You're measuring, if you like, the financial pressure at one point in time. And the income statement's a through variable. You're measuring the financial flow over a period of time. In subsequent talks, I'll be focusing on each of these documents in detail. But the idea is, in general, that to get a picture of how the company is performing financially, you can do so by looking at these summary documents. Thank you.